Hello, and welcome to my Cobra 142 restoration project. I've done a few things on this already, but we still have a few more things to go on it, so I just figured I'd fill you in and get you up to speed where I'm at. I cleaned it all up. I did the PCB electronic wash like I've done with all my other machines, and this machine was owned previously by a smoker, and it just reeked of smoke. So my cleaning methods got rid of all that. Basically was cleaning the PCB with electronic wash. Got rid of a lot of stuff. The external cleaning didn't seem to extract all that smoke smell, so it was basically going on the inside and doing that like I've done with the Madison and the Cobra on my other videos. So what I've got done so far is looking at the meters here. I had to replace this meter. Seems to be a common issue that I see in a lot of other 142s, that the SWR meter gets screwed up. I see a lot of that. So I've got a new one in there, and also, if you look closely, I replaced the lights with LED lights, and I really like that. It's done a good improvement on the lighting. It looks sharper compared to the standard wheat lamps or whatever they're called. So that's obvious stuff on the outside. Let me pull the cover and I'll show you what we got on the inside. Alright, so we can see here I've got the LED lamps in. And they wired in there nicely. Just looking at what I had to start with. I got these from Ralph on the internet, and he's got these with little holders, and he's got a little current limiting resistor right in there, and he has a fairly good price on these, so I think. So in this case here, these were intended for the Cobra 2000, which I have to do yet, but somehow ended up jumping into the 142 first. And for me to get these to work nicely in there, I had to have these grommets put around the casing there, and then they'd able to drop in nicely. So you can see where the grommets are, and see these mounting holes were a little larger, and by putting those grommets, it just fits in there perfectly. So the grommets I did use, I got these up from a local supplier here. And if somebody was interested, there's the details. Not expensive. Canadian prices anyways. Box of 25 cost me under $5, so I'm sure if you're in a bigger country, more demand, more supply, you probably get them for a little cheaper. What's $5? So those are the lamps, and Ralph also included a little bit of heat shrink tubing as well, so that was nice as well too. So we have our new lamps in there, and looking at our PCB, it's nice and clean because I've already done all the cleanup on it. It looks very nice, and if we look, we can see these are all stock electrolytics. So that's going to be one of my next major tasks, is to remove all those 10-volt blues, as Nomad Radio has said out on the internet, which is what we're all following. So I will replace all of those electrolytics. The machine is operational now, so as I step through this, I'll only change one or two, fire it up, see how it goes, and then move on. So there's about 25-ish electrolytics, so that's the safe way to do it. Only change a couple. Don't swap them all out at one time and then try and figure out what went wrong. So that's one of my major tasks to do. Also, if we sweep over here, what I have, a little box, DigiScan. This is their last version, I believe. The RDS6, and that was built for the 142. a couple other radios. Basically, any machine running the MB8719. So this thing is pretty mint. I don't think it's being used at all. So you can see here, you know, the installation is fairly simple. That's, well, it could be a lot worse, but it's not bad. There's only a few wires. We've got a couple power wires. And then there's a couple hookup wires as well too. So it's not that complex. The most complicated part of it is you know, the instructions. I have to replace or remove the PLL chip. So that's that guy there. So I remove him, and there's $30 savings right there, because I'll be able to use that chip in other places that do need it. So right there, somebody on the internet selling those chips for $30. So I pull that out, and then looking back here at our Digiscan, here's a mounting bracket. I mount that and hook up a couple power wires. And then we've got our continuous coverage here. I have never used a Digiscan before, but I've seen it in operation on some other YouTube videos, so I will be experiencing that myself. So I'm looking forward to that project. So there we have it. Those are the tasks at hand. Stay tuned.